Hey everybody, how's it going? It's a Daily Shooter, and today I've got a flashlight review for you. But this isn't just any old flashlight review. This is a very serious flashlight. This thing right here is about the size of a soda can, and it puts up 11,000 lumens. Not 1,100 lumens, or 2,000, or 5, or 8,000. 11,000 lumens that runs off of 4 18650 batteries. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Thrunite TN36 2017 edition. This thing is absolutely incredible. Now I want to thank Thrunite for sending this out to the channel for review because in all honesty, this is one of the flashlights that I was really interested in checking out. 11,000 lumens out of a handheld flashlight is absolutely ridiculous. To get numbers like this, you used to have a flashlight that you have to plug into a cigarette lighter or have some type of external battery pack. I mean, this type of power just wasn't even conceivable not that long ago. And when you turn it on, it really is just like turning on a light in the room. I even compared this against the headlights in my truck and it washed out my headlights. And I have really nice Philips Exmar headlights. I mean, they're fantastic headlights. And I put this thing on it right here, a simple handheld flashlight, and it drowned out the headlights completely. So this is really cool. Let's go ahead and take it to the table. We'll show you exactly what it's all about. And I'll show you some of the cool stuff that it comes with because it doesn't just come with the flashlight alone. This comes as a complete kit with everything that you're going to need to run it. So it's definitely very cool. Alright, so let's go and start by taking a look at what comes in the kit. Now, the kit comes at a somewhat premium price, but you do get some really nice premium stuff with it, so I guess it all kind of works out, right? You get the Thrunite TN36 2017 edition. You also get a sheath that comes with it. You don't see that on the table here because it is attached to my gear. And the sheath is a very important part of this kit because, again, this is about the size of a Coke can. And unless you want to be walking around with a Coke can in your pocket, you might not want this flashlight in your pocket either. So the sheath is a really nice and I think kind of essential part of a flashlight like this. You get the 4 18650 batteries. These are Thrunite 18650s, which are very nice. They're circuit protected. They hold a charge forever and they charge fairly fast. You also get this very, very nice battery charger. This battery charger will charge all 4 batteries. It'll charge them pretty fast, and it is completely digital so that you can actually see exactly what's going on with your batteries. And if you have one battery that you've had in rotation for years and maybe it's kind of on its last charge, you'll be able to see that here, diagnose it, and switch out the battery if you need to. That way you have a fully functioning flashlight using these 4 18650 batteries. Having the circuit protected batteries I think is an extremely important part because these are lithium ion batteries. And so cheaper batteries that you might find on Amazon or eBay, things like that, those are the ones that you see blow up in people's pockets. And so you don't want anything like that. The circuit protection will keep that from happening. And then obviously you have overcharge protection and all sorts of stuff that comes along with this charger right here. This thing is absolutely incredible, and it will charge your batteries fairly fast. So that's what you get in the kit. Let's go ahead and take a closer look now at the flashlight. Alright, so let's go ahead and install the batteries, and we'll talk a little bit more about the flashlight while we're doing that. Now, this flashlight right here has a Type 3 hard anodized coated aluminum body. I believe it is 6061 T6 aluminum. It's aircraft grade aluminum. And the Type 3 hard anodized coating that you see on the outside of this flashlight is actually on the inside of this particular flashlight as well. So all you have to do is you unscrew the main body of the flashlight from the head of the flashlight, and inside there is a 4 battery cradle. So we'll take that cradle out, and then you can see on the inside right there that we have the anodizing on the inside as well. So this thing is going to be very, very corrosion resistant. And then we also have a very nice texture here as well. It's just kind of like a standard diamond style texture, but it's perfect to hold on to, especially given the size of the flashlight. You get that little bit of texture on there. Even if it's wet, it holds really, really well, and you get your hand around it pretty nice. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll take this battery cradle. You can see that we do have gold connectors right there, and you want to take the negative side of the battery. So here's the positive side, here's the negative side of the battery. Again, circuit protected batteries, and you want to put the negative side against the spring and just load up the cradle one battery after another. So we'll go ahead and do that. And each one of these batteries is 3,100 milliamp hours. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll install it here. And by the way, it doesn't matter in which direction you install it. Because of the way the cradle is designed, you can put it this way or you can put it this way. It doesn't matter. Just throw it in the flashlight like that, and then go ahead and reattach the head of the flashlight right here. And it does have an O-ring, so it is O-ring sealed and waterproof. It's also drop resistant, and it is a very nice construction. So a very nice flashlight. Let's take a closer look at the LEDs and we'll talk a little bit more about some of the functionality of this one button flashlight. On the back you can see there's no button. It is just flat back here, no functionality at all, other than the fact that you can tail stand this and probably light up a 4,000 square foot room like it, like it was daytime. Absolutely incredible. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at these LEDs. All right, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at the LEDs. And while we're here, I also want you to take a look at the glass. Thrunite has some of the clearest heat-treated glass on the market. So you're getting the maximum potential out of the LEDs. You're getting very little diffusion, if any at all, from any type of imperfections that could be in the glass. So that's one thing I wanted to point out. The glass on Thrunite flashlights has always been incredible. Then we have the top of the line Cree LEDs. Thrunite's really good at always updating their LEDs so that you're always using the most up-to-date and the best performing LED on the market. And that's something that they are doing here. So really nice glass, very nice bright LEDs, and you can see that the bezel is different than your standard flashlight. Since we have 3 LEDs, we have 3 joined bezels, very similar to like a 3-leaf clover or something like that. Now, the reason they did that is because this is sort of a flood style flashlight. It's not meant to have a big, hot spot to it and a little bit of flood. This is meant to light up a big area. So what they did by doing this is allowing the flashlight to diffuse the light in a big wide section without creating a hot spot and making a singular round bezel to do that. So very nice, and you can see there by the reflection, see how everything is yellow? You can see that the LEDs are also centered very nicely. So it really is a great design. All right, now with that being said, let's go over the functions. We'll take the flashlight outside and I'll show you guys exactly what it can do. This flashlight operates off of one single button, which is nice, and the button is not plastic or rubber, so you don't have to worry about replacing it. It is an aluminum button. As you can see, it does have a little dot in the center. That dot illuminates, and it lets you know the battery status. So when the batteries are good, it illuminates blue, and when the batteries are getting bad, it turns red. So it'll let you know exactly what's going on right there and indicate your battery life to you. Now, the great thing about having a one-button design is that you can do this one-handed without having to kind of search for anything. You put your hand on it and you go through your modes. You turn it on and it remembers the last mode that you were in. And you can see right there we have a blue light on it. So to remember the last mode that you were previously in, you hold it down and it will start automatically going through your modes. When it gets to the lowest setting, it will flash, letting you know that it's at the lowest lumen point. And then you go ahead and hold it down again and it will start automatically going brighter and brighter and brighter. And whenever it gets to the brightness setting that you want, you just simply take your finger off and it will stay at that brightness setting. If you turn the flashlight off and then turn the flashlight back on again, it will be at that exact brightness setting that you had it on. And then again, all you have to do is you hold your finger down on it. It'll take you all the way down to the bottom until it starts flashing again, in which case you can bring it all the way back up to high. High is, I believe, 7,000 lumens. It runs strobe at 8,000 lumens. And then turbo is 11,000 lumens. Now, one of the nice things I like about this flashlight is that no matter where you're at, all you have to do is simply double click it to go into turbo. So even if you have the flashlight in one of the low settings, maybe you're just walking around, the campsite, you don't want to disturb anybody, so you have it, let's say around 96, 100 lumens, something like that, and then you hear a bump or something that you want to check out, you simply double click from any of those settings and it'll take you straight to that 11,000 lumens in turbo. So that's cool. And get this, turbo runs for 85 minutes. So 85 minutes at 11,000 lumens. I mean, that's absolutely incredible battery life. And if you would have asked me 5 years ago if a flashlight could do that, I would have said no. So that's something that's really cool. Now, it does have circuit protection in here as well. So if it notices that the flashlight is getting a little bit too hot, it will dial back the voltage a little bit and kind of dim the flashlight down so that the flashlight doesn't overheat. It's going to protect the flashlight, the LEDs, and the batteries. So it does have that circuit protection in there as well. That's something that's really nice. And it does get a little bit warm. I mean, even when you're holding it, even with the circuit protection, once this thing is on and it's on for a little bit, you'll feel the warmth. But it does have these little heat sinks on it right here, which will help dissipate. So you want to talk about, firearms. Well, firearms have fluting on the barrel, some of them do at least, and that fluting helps release some of that heat by adding surface area. You add surface area to this flashlight right here, and it allows it to dissipate the heat a little bit faster as well. So pretty cool. And the fact that you can go all the way down to, I believe it's 96 lumens, all the way up to 11,000 lumens, gives this flashlight just an absolutely ridiculous range of versatility. So for me, this has become my new earthquake flashlight. Because it's so strong, I know that if something falls on it, it's not going to crack, it's not going to break. It's something that I'll still be able to use, and then being able to use 11,000 lumens for, you know, over an hour is something that's going to be really nice as well. But being able to drop it down in lumens and use it for even longer, I think is one of those things that's going to work out perfect for me. I can tail stand it, so if we're stuck in the house, if we're trapped in the house, or I need to search for somebody, I can do that. This flashlight is going to be perfect for that type of scenario, and I think it would be great for those other people who worry about stuff like tornadoes and, you know, other natural disasters. If you're somebody who's prone to floods, then this might be a flashlight for you as well, because again, it's waterproof up to, I believe, 3 meters, so that's a really important part as well. But anybody that's going to need something like this is going to be somebody who wants a serious flashlight, and I love it. I mean, Thrunite always comes out with some really nice stuff. This is definitely no exception to that. So I'll put a link down in the description box if you guys want to check out the TN36 2017 edition, because it is one hell of a flashlight. Thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.